Welcome to Podband Pipecast.
The premier pipe band podcast.
I don't know why I yelled that. It was so weird. So, we were at the Phoenix Highland Games.
Yes.
Finally, after 2 years.
Yes.
2 years. Dang.
We were there.
We were there. It happened. This episode's a little bit late. But we'll talk about that later. We intended to film a lot more.
Busy.
Extremely.
It was hot.
Yeah. I forgot how busy and hot we were at games.
Yeah. And you think I want to get on camera and talk while I'm hot and busy? No.
Bottom of my to-do list right there. So we did film some stuff.
Yes.
We recorded some stuff about food because, that's obviously the most important part.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You gotta eat. So here's the following segments on the things that we ate and what we thought of them. We're here at the Phoenix Highland Games.
Yay!
Yay!
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
Yeah.
But this is the games, and it's happening this year.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. So we're here.
We're eating.
We're eating. I mean, not right now.
We were.
We were.
And will.
We got here and we were both hungry, so we ate some food, but then we're like, wait, we said we were going to review the food. And so now we got to review it for you.
Here's the review. Is it as good as last year?
Yeah.
Let's find out.
And last year being 2020, 2 years
Yes.
ago. Because that was the last time. But I wonder if the wind is going to be an issue.
I'm sure it's fine. It's windy out today.
It's windy out today. Sorry.
It's nice.
Yeah. Sorry if... And see, this is the other thing. I don't remember the Highland Games being this cool.
Yeah, but it's nice.
It's nice.
I would take this over the heat any day.
So I'm not going to say anything about that because if I comment too much on it, then it's not going to be like that.
The sun's going to come back out.
Yeah, so it's... Anyway, food.
Food, yes. Check it out.
Yeah, we did an episode back in 2020 about the food at the Highland Games and was it good and what was the review. And so we're going to do that again for this one.
Yeah.
What did you get?
We got oatmeal and brown sugar scone with the clotted cream and the lemon curd.
Nice. Those are ducks, by the way, if you can hear that.
Oh, did you miss the games? I don't want to talk. No comment.
Did you enjoy the clotted cream? So how was the clotted cream? And
it was good. I think we should have gone for the Welsh cakes instead of the scones because the scone was so dense.
Mm-hmm.
But, I ate half of it.
Was it as good as you remember?
Yeah, I think so. What about you? What did you eat?
I ate a Welsh roll, which I didn't remember from before. So I saw it and I was like, oh, that seems fun. And it was breakfast and it said it was a bacon and potato Welsh roll.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and it was kind of like I'm trying to describe it. It was a roll of it wasn't like a flaky pastry. It was kind of almost like a flatbread texture, but it was like a roll.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it was good, and the inside was kind of, I wouldn't say it was bacon. They told me it was barbecue bacon, and I believe them. I'm not saying they're lying. I expected American bacon, and I did not get that. So
maybe it was Canadian bacon.
Maybe.
This is ham.
Or maybe it was Welsh bacon. I mean, I don't know.
Who knows?
It was very good, though. I enjoyed it. I would get it again. My rating for it as a breakfast food was an 8 out of 10, probably.
Really?
No, I'd say 9 out of 10. It was really good. And there was enough protein. Because, the last episode where we reviewed food, I was like, for breakfast food, I want some protein to start my day. And it had that.
It's good.
I don't know why it wasn't a 10 out of 10. It just... I don't know. I guess if it had actual bacon in it, 10 out of 10. What about yours?
Give it a 7.
Nice.
It wasn't bad. It was good though. It wasn't bad.
I also got some coffee.
How's the coffee?
It's good. I mean, I got it as hot coffee because, as everyone knows who listens to this channel, I only drink hot coffee. But now it's cold because I didn't drink it right away.
Way to go.
In terms of how coffee goes, they had actual milk and half and sugar there, so I appreciated that.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah, I'd say it's a solid 7 out of 10 coffee.
Yeah.
The only coffee I could find here, so for that, it gets 10 out of 10.
Yes, for being available.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sean's got food. Should we make him come up here and talk about it?
We should. Hello, sir. Would you like to talk about your food? No, he's busy eating. It looks like he got some mac and cheese with pulled pork on top, which I saw. There's a mac and cheese booth here, and I really wanted some lobster mac.
We'll have to get that
Yeah.
when we're actually hungry again.
Yeah, I'm still... We ate like 2 hours ago.
I
I'm still
know.
not hungry, which is good. That's what I like about good breakfast food. I don't want to be hungry again after 10 minutes, and I wasn't. So,
Cool.
yeah.
We'll be back when we eat more food,
Yeah.
which will be right away for you.
Yeah, you don't have to wait long.
We won't be back. We're here. We're not going anywhere. Wow. We just had lunch.
Wow.
Just now.
Just now.
Let's talk about it.
What did you have?
Okay, I wanted to get a variety, so I got shepherd's pie meat pie,
Nice.
steak and mushroom meat pie,
Classic.
and then I had some bites of the regular mac and cheese, and then I had
Nice.
some bites of the lobster mac and cheese.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Were they all good?
Sure.
How were the meat pies?
The meat pies were good. They're as good as I remember, but it's just, they were so expensive. $9 a pie?
Inflation.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And the mac and cheese, that was cold. And the lobster mac and cheese was mostly imitation crab with some little bits of lobster in it.
That's disappointing.
Yeah.
I didn't get that, and I wanted to because it sounded good, like lobster and mac and cheese.
Well, it's mostly crab, which is
Well, that's
still good. But they were like prepping the bowls of mac and cheese, and then they'd put whatever topping you got on top. So they would
Mhm.
have the bowls out in the wind, getting cold.
See, yeah, I had the pulled pork mac and cheese, and like, it's hard to explain, but it was mac and cheese with a scoop of pulled pork on top, and like, what did I expect? I don't know. But you know how you sometimes get it at like restaurants or whatever, and they like mix it in, and
Yeah.
then it's all like the ensemble, to use a pipe band term. It's good ensemble, but this was just like, you got your pipes and then you got your drums, and they're not playing together, and the pipes were the mac and cheese and the drums were the pulled pork, and they were not
Wasn't together.
yeah, it was, they weren't jiving, and they were cold. I assumed that was just because like it's windy and
Yeah.
everything's cold.
What about your funnel cake? How was that?
Oh, that was amazing. Okay, so I usually get a funnel cake at Highland Games,
But it makes a mess.
but it makes a huge mess because they're usually covered in powdered sugar, and I like that. However, it makes a huge mess, and also this one was not covered in powdered sugar. This one actually, we got a cinnamon sugar one.
Oh.
So being that the sugar was granulated sugar instead of powdered sugar, it stayed on the funnel cake,
Oh,
and
nice.
also it was better than I remembered.
That's good.
I
We
don't
should get a
know-
funnel cake tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know whether it was like a different formula or if it was just like a smaller funnel, but there was more crunch. And I like crunch on a funnel cake. So if you're gonna, the worst thing you can do, and that's why I don't get any like wet toppings on it, like if they get like, ask if I want whipped cream or strawberries or something, I don't like that because then it makes it soggy. I don't
See,
want a soggy funnel
I like
cake.
a soggy funnel cake.
Are you kidding me?
I am not.
0 out of 10 if it's soggy for me. But as it was, if we're talking scoring here, funnel cake, in terms of like a mid-afternoon snack, was probably, honestly, it was probably a 10 out of 10 for me.
Wow.
I don't give 10s very often, but
That's
that funnel
some major
cake,
props to those funnel cakes.
yeah, you should get one.
And we will get one tomorrow.
Yeah,
And we'll take a video of it.
we will. The pulled pork mac and cheese, I like pulled pork and I like mac and cheese, so it was like a 7 out of 10. Only because I feel like it could have jived better together. They could have jammed better.
No, we don't want jam in that.
I mean, no, that'd be pretty bad. What did you think? How would you rate your other food?
Oh, the meat pies. We're not rating price into this, right? Because if we're not doing price, then I'd say 10 out of 10. They're
Nice, nice.
good. Mac and cheese. What would you rate it?
3 out of 10.
3 out of 10.
Do not recommend.
Really? Was it just not?
I don't want to be this guy who's like complaining about the food.
Oh, he's got to come on camera here and tell us. Come
So
on.
yeah, like Adela said, it was like mostly imitation crab. It tasted like, and then the noodles overcooked,
Oh.
undersalted too. I could tell the water was undersalted.
Oh,
A cardinal sin of any pasta.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. And the cheese there wasn't a ton of cheese on it. I get
That is
that though,
true.
because you're putting toppings. The toppings are the star, not the cheese. But yeah, 3 out of 10. Not a great mac and cheese. Sorry, guys.
That's disappointing. See, I thought it was better than that, but like, I mean, it wasn't Kraft mac and cheese.
There is that.
And I like Kraft mac and cheese. It's one of those things where it's not good, but like it's
But you'll eat
tasty.
it.
Yeah. It's not like good mac and cheese, but it's good to you because you've eaten it so much.
Yes.
This was just, it's just mac and cheese. I don't know.
Well, that's today's food.
Yep, that was all the food we had. So we'll be back tomorrow with more food.
Yes. Good day.
Good day to you. There's horses by the food.
Yes, they're having some of the Highland hay.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey.
There's Clydesdale horses, and they're very big and very pretty, and they're they're eating some hay. They're enjoying the food.
Yeah. What would you rate the hay? Nah, they're busy.
Yeah. we're enjoying the food too.
Yeah.
We're all enjoying the food.
Food's
Everyone is.
delicious.
Food is great. Did you have anything to eat this morning?
I had I had a banana nut muffin and some chocolate chip thing from the VIP tent.
Nice VIP food.
Yeah, what
Did
about
it-
you?
Did it taste VIP?
Yeah, sure.
I had a meat pie, just a regular meat pie.
Nice.
And it was good. It was as good as I remember.
That's good. That's
I
good.
was hoping to feed some to Amelia, but she was not about that.
What would you rate it?
I rated like an 8 out of 10, I guess.
What would Amelia rate it?
A 0 because she didn't eat any.
Oh,
eat
she
any
didn't
of
even
She was
try
like,
it.
No, I don't want that.
Ew.
So I don't know
Well.
what that's about.
My chocolate chip thingy, I would rate like a 6 or a 7. It was
Nice.
good.
Nice.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Cool.
That's the food for now.
All right.
Wow, that was some good looking food.
Yeah, good tasting. Most of it was good tasting.
I think so, yeah, except for, like we said, the mac and cheese.
Yeah. Let's talk about the rest of the games.
All of it.
All of it. All of the things.
We did something new this year with a Friday night tattoo.
Yeah, apparently more places are doing this. And, it was fun. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
So the Friday night tattoo was what it sounds like. It was a tattoo.
We all got tattoos. They match. Super cute.
Too bad you're not on our Patreon. You'd see that.
See our matching tats.
Oh, we didn't get matching tats.
Yeah, but still
Sorry.
sign up for the Patreon.
Yeah, still. Podband Pipecast. Patreon.com/Podband Pipecast.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was fun. It was, but it like, okay, so
We got to set the scene.
We gotta
for
s-
what led up to the games and to the event. So,
yes.
2 years off.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a crap ton of new music to learn for this tattoo. We've got a new medley to learn. Also an MSR we've all forgotten. And let's just throw in some more repertoire stuff while we're at it, since we're rewriting that.
Yeah, so it was, because as most people in the pipe band world probably have been doing, is we took some time off during the pandemic because you had to.
Mm-hmm.
And we got back to rehearsal last year, but had all of this stuff to learn and to do. And yeah, we had decided in 2020 to replace our medley.
Mm-hmm.
So that was already in the works, but then we didn't do anything with it until we came back to rehearsal and like, okay, we're rehearsing this. And yeah, it was a lot.
a lot.
But, it all turned out okay. And honestly, I think I surprised myself with the amount of music I was able to learn.
Yes,
in a short
it
amount of
all
time.
worked out. That's because we're amazing.
I mean,
So I just want to set the scene for where our
Yes.
mood is, and then also having 2 weeks in a row of Saturday practices,
yes.
leading up to the weekend after with the games.
Yes. So, because we had to, right? We needed the work together as a group. And so we met the 2 Saturdays before.
Mhm.
We also we rehearse every week, once a week.
Mhm.
Currently, we're doing every week. So that was a lot. So we head into games week, and
Oh yeah, with the Thursday practice, with
Yes.
the Friday tattoo.
so because we're like, well, we're gonna miss. We normally rehearse on Friday night, so we're gonna miss that. So let's rehearse on Thursday night. So we rehearsed on Thursday night, and then Friday night was the tattoo, and it was fun. But then like the next morning, you wake up. And it's like, because I always feel this way the Sunday of after you've had a games on Saturday and then you have to go back on the Sunday. I always feel like I get up and I'm like, I feel hungover.
Yeah.
Even though like I didn't drink. It's just, I feel like, I'm like,
I'm hot, I'm sunburned, I'm tired, I don't want to roll out of
Yeah.
bed, but I'm going to do it all over again.
yeah, because we're gonna.
Mm-hmm.
And so we got there on Saturday, and at least the one benefit was that I knew where I was going.
Yes.
Sometimes, like most of the time at games, we show up and it's like, I don't know where the bands are. I just have to walk around till I hear bagpipes. And then where's our band? That's people I know. I'll go over there. So at least there was that. But yeah, showed up, and also my first Highland Games, our first Highland Games competing and bringing a baby.
Ooh, yes.
So she was so good. She was just so
She's a
good.
good baby.
But it was definitely different, like getting up and packing all my stuff. So I woke up super early because I didn't want to be late. So I got myself ready and got everything packed, and I loaded the car, and then I woke her up and got her dressed and everything and then brought her. But anyway, getting there and just being like, I'm tired from last night. Playing mass bands.
Mm-hmm. Opening and closing.
Opening
both
and
days.
closing. So we had opening mass bands, and then we had our contest, and
And then we had drum majors.
we played for drum majors, and then we had closing mass bands. And then I completely respect that some people from our band were staying later because the games was actually open
yeah.
till like 7 p.m. or something, which was kind of cool for entertainment and for people who showed up to watch. But I was like, man, I'm tired. So I don't know how they did it. They hung out and played, did some jamming and stuff. Shout out to Cody and Elijah.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
You're troopers.
Yeah. And then that night, went to sleep and woke up the next morning, and it was all of it again. And for me, it was just like third day of games was tough because, we always have second day of games.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. But then third day of games was like, I'm doing this again.
Please no.
So, first of all, set the stage for all of that. I don't want to say we're complaining.
I know it sounds like a complaint.
It sounds like we're complaining.
And if you don't like that, it's okay.
It's
you don't
okay.
have to listen. We didn't like the games. No, I liked the games.
The games were wonderful. I loved the games. It was so much fun. But at the same time, I was like, I should have prepared myself.
I need to
more.
train. I should have been
Yes.
drinking eggs. I should have.
Yes, should have gone full on Rocky Balboa on this. And yeah,
Which we kind of did, honestly, with all the practicing that we were doing before.
that's true.
You see, the problem is I'm not Rocky Balboa.
That is the problem.
I cannot do these things.
That is the main problem. And I don't know. I don't even know. But you will understand if you when you go back to your first Highland Games, if you haven't already, you'll understand it's a lot of work. And then
if you don't understand, good for you.
yeah,
Good for you.
you're Rocky Balboa and I'm not. Sorry. But it was wonderful to be back at a games. Really. There's so many things that I remembered that were good, and some things that were different, and some things that were still bad.
Porta potties.
The porta potties. Literally every time, right? This is going to sound graphic, but how hard is it to hit where you need to hit in the porta potty? And if you mess this up, it's ruined for the rest of the day because they're not going to service them.
For everyone.
For everyone.
Everyone.
And that was the thing that I think that they need to work on next year for this games is more porta potties.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you have 2 porta potties for all of the pipe bands to share, odds are one of them's going to have something wrong with it. And it did. Oh, it did. And then there was one porta potty that everyone was sharing. And then eventually that also ran out of toilet paper. So it was like, woman, you just
don't.
You just don't.
That's what I do. I just don't. I didn't go at the game.
You just don't.
Surprise.
So, and I finally walked over to, so the way the field was set up, it was at an active park, it was a really big park, which was nice and very pretty and beautiful. And they had real restrooms, but those were outside of the gates of the Highland Games. So, but what I did was I'm going to walk, I don't care how far, because I have to go to the restroom and I cannot use this porta potty, which I'm going to have to wait an hour in line for and then not have any toilet paper. So that's what I did and it worked out.
But that just adds
That
to
just,
the tired.
yeah.
I gotta
Yeah.
make a long ass journey to go pee.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
And then you like feel bad because you're like, well, I don't want to drink more water now because like
Because I don't have to pee again.
I don't have to pee again, but I'm like tired and it's hot and
And you need the water. Or you're gonna
Yeah.
die and feel hungover tomorrow.
yeah. That was not good. But on the plus side, what did you like about the games?
I liked the amount of canopies we had. I feel like we
Yes.
had a decent amount of shade.
Yes.
Also, there was some wind occasionally, which made it less hot.
Yeah, I appreciated that. I think we've complained enough about how hot it is all the time that anyone who knows anything about the Phoenix Highland Games is like, okay, more canopies. Even when you think you have enough, bring more.
It doesn't hurt.
Well, because the problem is also the sun comes in sideways. So, like, you have a canopy, but then it doesn't do anything for you.
Mhm.
So, just always bring more canopies than you think you
You
need.
can never have too many.
No, just all of them.
Unless a big gust of wind comes in and breaks them.
Yes.
Sorry,
has-
Todd.
Yeah. R.I.P. Todd's canopy. The food was still good, as we said.
Mhm. It was expensive, though.
It was, and I don't know if that's like, it seemed more expensive than I remember.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's inflation or if that's like,
We're coming back off of 2 years. Who remembers prices?
yeah, which I mean, I don't. There were horses.
Oh, yeah.
That was fun. There were Clydesdales.
That was fun. I got some footage of it.
Look
Did you
at
like
that.
Nay, that's the horse.
You would have seen that footage if you were on our Patreon, but
yes.
I digress. Yeah, so that was fun.
What else was
The
there?
the format for the competition.
Oh, yes.
It wasn't competition circle format. And you're right now asking yourself, what else is there?
Not that.
Not that.
Take it,
That
cut it in half.
yeah.
Yeah.
That thing you're thinking of. It's not that. It's half of that. So the bands were instructed that the band contest would be on the stage. So at this park, there's a built-in like amphitheater, and the band contest was going to be on the stage. And so we were told that we wouldn't be playing up to the line, and that we wouldn't have to march in on our entry tune. We would just march in on a tap and line up. Which I don't even know if the tap was mandatory.
We weren't being graded until we started playing. So
Yeah.
You didn't have to tap. You could just
So,
walk.
yeah, so you
Saunter in.
just saunter in and get set up, and then I think we did a tap, but it doesn't matter. And there was no format for how to get set up. It was just like, just go on that stage, and the judges will be there, and they'll listen to you play.
Yes.
Which was interesting. I talked to a couple of the judges, and they said that was like an interesting challenge from a judge perspective, was that some bands were like pipes in front, drummers in back, and then other
Oh,
bands,
yeah.
which is what we did, I think. Then other bands were like pipes and then drums off to the side or something.
And some had like the midsection up front.
Yeah, and the snare drummers in the back.
Yeah.
And then it also, so we were listening to it at one of our mini rehearsals that we did leading up to it, and also performing in the tattoo. Also, we noticed that the acoustics of the stage were very interesting. Like,
The stage wasn't made for pipe bands.
no. it had like the back of the stage was open so that
We'll put
you
a
could-
picture up for the patrons.
yeah. That's what it looked like.
See?
So this you could see the lake behind the amphitheater, which looks cool.
Mhm.
But then from an acoustic standpoint, like we noticed if we were too far back, the sound gets completely thrown backwards and lost. So then we were like, well, how far up do we need to be? And then the judges were the games organizers initially had them down lower in like the amphitheater area. And then they said that when they started getting set up, they're like, well, we're not going to be able to hear right, so we need to be up on the stage. So then the judges were on the stage. So it was kind of interesting. I don't know. What did you think of it?
I mean, I liked not staring directly into the sun like I usually do. I also liked being able to stare at all three judges instead of just the drumming judge like I usually can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was kind of nice actually that they normally the judges walk around the circle,
Mm-hmm.
but they were just there. And I think from a performance aspect, I was like, okay, I don't have to worry about like where are they, because
Like, where's the sound coming from? Do I need to
Yeah.
focus on that? Like,
yeah, and like where, because the other thing also for me is always being in a tenor drummer in the circle, and I'm like one of the, not on the outside, because we're kind of inside the circle, but there's definitely sometimes like a gap. when we march into a circle, it's like the piper on the
Yeah.
end wants to leave a space, and the snare drummer on the end wants to leave a space so that I can fit in there, and I'm like, you
But
guys.
that's not where you go.
Yeah, I'm like, you guys don't really need to do that. So I'm always stressed about like, oh, you know, do I need to fill that in? So it was nice not having that distraction of like marching in.
I think we should have been in the front, though.
It would have been nice because then they could hear us better and see us better. But then again, I also felt like I was having to play really loud. I don't know about you.
Yeah, we were playing loud. We also finished very loudly for the medley.
And I mean, I'm good with that.
It was beautiful.
We have a link on our Facebook page to the YouTube recording of our medley, which I believe is on there still. Not our face. It's okay. It's Mesa Caledonian Pipe Band's Facebook page.
I was trying to think if we need to put that in there.
Yeah. So we have a link on the Mesa Caledonian Pipe Band Facebook page for you to watch the video of our medley performance, and see what we're talking about. And
Yes.
yeah, I don't know. We won drumming.
Yeah.
So, you know, it worked. But I definitely felt like with the weird acoustic thing, I felt like the sound, which is weird because the stage was concrete. So you would think you would like hear yourself more as opposed to grass.
Right, but you
really don't. It must be a thing where it just throws the sound out.
Mhm.
And the other thing was there were so many people watching the pipe band contest.
Yes.
Which I loved.
Even because it wasn't like usually at games, I feel like they shove the pipe band competition off to like a weird secluded area, but like we were
Yes.
front and center.
Yeah. Thanks, Kevin. Shout out to Kevin Conquest who organized entertainment for the games. He was like, we need to put the pipe bands on the stage.
Yes.
And people listened to us and they liked us.
Crazy
And-
when you know how to find the pipes.
Well, because even there's some games where they have like stands for people to sit in to watch the contest, but it's like it's such an off the like out in middle of nowhere
Yeah.
area that it's like we want you to listen, but we really don't want you to.
Yeah.
So,
Listen from afar.
but there, I was surprised because we listened to our grade 5 band compete,
Mm.
and okay, that was the most people I ever could imagine for a grade 5 band contest.
And they don't even know. These people that there, they don't
They
even know.
don't know. And then it was interesting because then we also had was it like 3 grade 5 bands, 1 grade 4 band, and 3 grade 3 bands.
Yes.
And people, because they were like back-to-back contests, as contests usually are, people would like listen to the whole thing. So I got comments from people that I knew that were there that were like, oh yeah, I listened to your first band and then your second band. And I was like, you have that much of an attention span
Like,
for
you stayed for all of it?
people who aren't pipe band people actually listened?
Crazy.
So- Yeah. I like that a lot. Though.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if it would have been better if there had been something on the back of the stage to like block the sound from escaping.
But the lake.
But the lake.
You can't block the vibe, Kaylee. Forget about the sound.
I mean, I guess that's how it was designed. And to be fair, the sound I guess does carry really well on that stage.
Mhm.
It's just when you're playing on it, it sounds like you're like, this is not how I normally am. But I don't know. We might also just be hypersensitive to that because we're,
We haven't done it in 2 years.
yeah, and we're getting back to it. And I don't know.
Yeah.
It was good though. Yeah, I think it was a very successful first games back. We were tired. I got sick immediately after, so I think I caught something in that nasty porta john.
And I'm pretty sure you gave it to me.
I didn't think I did because I didn't see you for like 2 weeks because I was sick.
I know, but then we hung out at the tail end of it.
I know, and I was like, I'm better now. It wasn't COVID. Don't worry. I tested like
I also
2
took 2
times.
tests.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't want to. Yeah, but Oh, that's the other thing. They didn't have any kind of
Well, there's no COVID procedures.
none whatsoever, which I'm not like critiquing or anything, because like I would not want to be the volunteer at the gate being like, show me your vax card, like how would you do that? I don't know. Plus the US doesn't really have a system for set up for that kind of stuff.
That's a whole other.
It's a whole other
ordeal.
thing.
We're not in charge of that.
I don't even know, but there were no COVID restrictions, but I didn't get COVID. So
Yes, got something else.
yeah, something terrible.
Wasn't COVID though.
Nope. There's still other stuff going around.
Mm-hmm.
Watch yourself. Yeah,
You can still get sick.
you can. Luckily, Amelia didn't get sick.
That's good.
She has her flu shots, though, so I didn't get my flu shots. Probably wouldn't have gotten sick. Maybe I would have. I don't know.
Maybe-
Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah. What else?
That's a bad note to end this on.
It is a bad note.
Yeah.
We're gonna have anti-vaxxers commenting on our podcast episode.
If you're an anti-vaxxer, don't listen.
We're gonna end it on a different note. Okay. On a positive note, shout out to the Blandford Pipe Band.
Oh yeah, thank you.
That's not their full name. You know who I'm talking about.
The Kevin R.
Blandford Memorial Pipe Band. Thank you for coming to our games.
It was so nice to have another band there that wasn't from Arizona.
It was really nice.
Mhm.
I underestimated how nice it would be because I heard that they were coming and I was like, oh, that's nice. And then we were there and I was like, there is another band here.
Yes.
Normally it's us and Phoenix and Glendale, and
And that's it.
that's great. But then there were other people there.
It was
and I
nice.
was like, hey,
And they
Thanks for coming.
were willing to be on our What'd You Miss About the Games episode.
yeah, shout out to you guys.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks for being there. Please
Yes.
come back,
Please.
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 We've had other California bands come occasionally to our games, but you guys were there this time.
Yes.
We like that.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah. You can come back anytime. I hope you all had fun if you went, whoever you are that's listening.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah. If you had fun, let us know. If you didn't, I mean, you can still tell us.
Yeah.
I can't-
Tell me you didn't come, I guess.
Yeah, I can't do anything about it, but
Say
anyway.
whatever you want.
hope you had fun at whatever Highland Games you've been to recently or the ones that you're going to go to soon. Because you're going to go to some.
You're going to do it. I
If-
believe in you.
Yeah, if you're not, then what's wrong with you? Just do it.
Just do it.
Even if, like, you think you're not ready because you've had 2 years off or whatever.
You just got to dive in.
Just do it. Do what we did and be like, I'm going to play a tattoo and then the mass bands and then the competition and then the drum majors and the mass bands and then do it all again and just be exhausted and you'll feel great. You'll
It's
feel
worth it.
tired and you might even get sick, but
It's fine.
It'll be fine. It'll be good.
You got this.
Just jump in the pool.
Can't swim if you don't jump.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening, everyone. If you enjoyed this show, then support us on Patreon for exclusive content as well as the video of us recording this. We'll have special exercises we'll be writing as well as tips and tricks with tenor drumming and other instruments to come. Subscribe to us on YouTube for some tenor tutorials and possibly other tutorials later on. And like us on Facebook at Podband Pipecast.